Hey, Rare Athletes, it's Coach Hud. Happy New Year and happy new cycle. All right, we're going to start on a hypertrophy cycle coming up. So, this is going to be a 10-week cycle for us. For those that did the previous cycle, that was a strength based one, which was lesser number of reps, heavier weights. This is going to be focused on a little bit higher rep range. So, you'll see the 8s, 10s, 12 type rep ranges on these movements. And the hypertrophy cycle is all about like muscle building, especially if you are trying to put on a little weight, add muscle to your frame. This is going to be great for that. But also, if you're trying to just lean out a little bit and shed a couple extra pounds, the extra reps and stuff help with those goals as well. So it's a great cycle coming up. For those who maybe this is your first cycle coming through at Rare, or just a reminder to others, in the strength portion of every workout, that's our first part of the workout each day. I have specific movements: the press, the deadlift, the clean and jerk, the squat, and the bench press, and the snatch, or there's a variations of those movements. I put those on the same day in a cycle. So like the press is on Monday for us in this cycle, and it'll always be on Monday. That way, if you come, say like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you get consistency in those movements that you're working on. But then in the next cycle, I'll shift those around a little bit so that you don't always see those movements. Also know that we'll see these various movements in the workouts of the day, and those all shift around. But that, going back to that, Monday is the press. Tuesdays will be deadlifts during the cycle. Wednesdays will be the Olympic clean and jerk. Fridays will be squats, and Saturdays will be bench press and snatch. Thursdays are still our open gym, and with our strongman class in the evening. You'll also see the next portion of the workout, as always, is our workout of the day, our WOD, our Metcon. These come in 3 varieties. There is the practice days, competition days, or mental toughness days. On a practice day, really our focus on those days is really honing in on the quality of our movements and practicing like how we might tackle a workout. These typically are still like as many rounds as possible, but we look them for as many quality reps as possible. Or 4 quality reps is what you'll see a lot of times written up. And those, we're not worried about capturing scores on the board or log. You can still log those for your own metrics, and I encourage you to do that. But they're not logged as in competition so much as comparative to your fellow athletes or your friends that you have competitions with in the class. Our competition days are for those. So those are where you're going all out. You're putting everything in that workout. It's at a 10. You're trying to do your very best in there. And then we have some days that are called mental toughness days, and those are workouts with a little bit of a twist to them, and they usually challenge you mentally as well as physically in that workout. And so you'll see those listed on the workouts. It'll specifically say this is a practice day, competition day, or a mental toughness day. We also have some after class strength and conditioning portions that is for your option to do if you want to, either before or after a class starts. There's usually a strength component that is a supplemental lift to one of the major lifts that we're doing. So in this cycle, we have deadlifts as one of our main lifts, but then we'll do Romanian deadlifts as a supplemental, or bench press is one of the main lifts this cycle, and then we have a close grip bench press as the supplemental. So you'll see variations of those. We also have some bodybuilding movements, so again, helping you build, if you want to build a little more muscle there, get a little more definition, especially those typically revolve around like biceps, triceps movements. We have some midline work 3 days out of the week to help you with that, with core stabilization, building strong obliques. And then one of the other two things we do is one is aerobic conditioning day that usually has some kind of test in the assault bike, row, or run, maybe burpees sometimes. And then finally, the other after class strength and conditioning portion is skill work. So you'll see on some days it's listed an option to do skill work. You're really open to do any of these after days. I program them so that they try not to conflict as much with the regular workouts that are going on. But if you got any questions about any of those, feel free to always ask Coach. That is what is coming up in this next cycle. I would say we have a great opportunity. Nobody really had excuses before. It was the existence of pen and paper to record your workouts and your what was going on. But now, as most of you have seen, we are starting to implement a new application, SugarWOD, where you'll be able to track your workouts. It has all of our workouts programmed in there for you to be able to enter your information. It does all the tracking for you. It's a great tool to, as we start to utilize this, that you'll be able to bring that information when you sit down with your with one of the coaches for a goal setting meeting. And we can have all the information there. It allows me to see what the rest of the gym is doing. I typically coach the 5 a.m.s, so if I don't get to see all the other athletes every time or the scores they're posting, but this will give the rest of the coaches and myself a lot of insight into what's going on in the other classes. It also allows you to give fist bumps and write comments and congratulations to people that you maybe don't see every day, but you are friends with as part of this community. So it's a great tool. Highly encourage you to go ahead and sign up. You should have got an email with an access code. If you didn't get that access code, please send a message to Dee or Adam, and they'll be able to help you out in getting that set up and squared away. I think that's it. If you guys got any questions about this cycle or anything else as far as it relates to the programming coaching, just let me know or ask one of the other coaches. We're always here to help you guys. And that is it. So I will see you guys at the box. And this is me wishing you both love, peace, and fitness. We'll see you later, guys.